Welcome to Jordan-Hare Stadium in Auburn, Alabama. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. It's the LSU Tigers and the Auburn Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Guys, the LSU head coach told me before the game. Guys, he told me that his quarterback deserves to be in the Heisman conversation. Not only has he taken care of the ball and done a great job through the passing attack, he is devastating in the rushing game. He's been unstoppable this season in the red zone, a true dual-threat quarterback. I'll keep you posted on how he continues to rise in that Heisman conversation. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. So LSU's offense will take the field first. A rivalry game like this, they'd love to get off to a good start. Guys, the last time they met, they were trading haymakers with each other.
They sure were, and you could really tell in that game how much this rivalry meant to the players. They were exhausted, David. That game was back and forth. Neither of these teams want to lose because you don't want to hear about it for an entire offseason, and you know they're going to be playing with some fire today.
And you hear about it from the fans every time you lose.
There he goes. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, LSU! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
That is how you start a football game. My guy's really fast, really good. I'm going to feature him, give him the football, and he will do the rest. One play, one superstar, one touchdown.
And he tacks on the extra point. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Auburn Tigers offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. We get a look at Lachlan Hewitt. Last time out, a solid day in a victory, throwing for more than 200 yards and a couple of scores.
Well, this guy's been sensational individually, and when he plays well, he gives his team a chance to win. We know that. Now, obviously, they've got 2 losses. You can't afford another one if you want to reach the college football playoff, David. I think people around him need to step up, and that's going to be, I think, critical in this game.
It's critical the rest of the season. Like you said, the mulligans are gone. You've had a couple of bad performances, but I think they've learned, too.
Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Wants to throw again. They'll open it up early. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Here comes the heat. Didn't get past the marker when he started his slide, and now it's 4th down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. They'll look to pin him deep. Fields the punt. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Here's Caden Durham to begin the drive. Got the first down. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. The Tigers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Changing the routes with his receivers. To the air, it's Blevin. Right side, it's Brown. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone. They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Left side is Durham. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Auburn's offense headed out to go on the attack. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. Out wide left, it's Eccles. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. Fresh center downs going to the air. Pulls it in, it's Eccles. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. Turns upfield, and he couldn't find any room to breathe. What a great job on the run fits by this defense. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Kept the last one on the ground. Now they'll throw. Flips it out to the back. Third and long right here. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. From 55 yards out, and he's got it. Never a doubt.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
On the move from inside his 5. He found some really good running room on that one and just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. They've come out red hot already with a 14-3 lead. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Berry. And he's swallowed up immediately. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He lets one fly deep. Hits him inside the 20, still going. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, LSU! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And the extra point makes it a 21-3 lead.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Number 8, set to kick this one.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on defense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get the first through the air. Had to get rid of it quickly. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call. They want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Holly, what update do you have on that?
Hey, guys, here on the away team sideline, guys, they have a big lead right now, and they were expected to be here. One of the top teams in the country. They have performed that way here today. Even though some of the players are starting to celebrate just a little bit, coaches keep saying, we have more work to do. If they really want to continue to be one of the best teams in the country, they have to keep their foot on the gas to end this game. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Fires to the wideout. Out wide right, it's Harris. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be 1st down. And the Tigers come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Looking for room, it's Berry. Stopped after a gain of 3, it'll be 2nd and 7. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more
pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. Guys, LSU has the lead here, and they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. The Tigers will try to convert on 4th down. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. They'll try to start the second quarter by putting points on the board with a field goal. And he'll envision the ball flight as he lines it up from the right hash and 38 yards out. And this one is perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. Like, the passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. They're all over him. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
Well, this offensive coordinator has to be scratching his head because he's trying to keep his quarterback protected. He's trying different things, sliding the offensive line, keeping tight ends and running backs in, chipping, going empty, and getting the ball out quickly, but it's not working. They're just losing the one-on-one battles up front, and in the second half looking forward, I don't know if they're going to be able to fix it.
Found a lot of running room before he goes out of bounds, and what a way to build a little momentum. Howie, what do you have?
Here on the away team sideline, guys, they have a big lead right now, and they were expected to be here. One of the top teams in the country. They have performed that way here today. Even though some of the players are starting to celebrate just a little bit, coaches keep saying, we have more work to do. If they really want to continue to be one of the best teams in the country, they have to keep their foot on the gas to end this game. Back to you.
Howie, thank you. From the 22 on 1st and 10. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Dropping back, it's Levin. Grabbed over the middle, it's Harris. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Run in the red zone, it's Durham. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They scored fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So here comes the Auburn offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Finds his target.
And that is exactly where the football was supposed to go. Offensive coordinators call drag routes, anticipating man coverage. Even though the ball's only traveling 2, 3, 4 yards down the field, if the receiver is able to get a rub and create some separation, the quarterback hits him in stride, that little completion, that can turn into a 20, 30-yard gain.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Complete. Breaks the tackle. Runs through a man. He might have space. Almost got it to midfield on that one. He's out of bounds a yard short at the 49.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Hands it off. Turning it on. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going to the air. Caught. He is wrestled down at the 17-yard line. They've got a 1st down in the red zone. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Play action on 1st down. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Well, we talked to the offensive staff coming into this one. They knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game that they had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they have not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks in this game.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
A big 3rd down stop by this defense, but they are still in field goal range. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. Smashes it between the uprights.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. They'll start on the ground with Durham. Now, guys, when it comes to LSU, they've made it to the middle of the season, #1 team in the land, but now is when you have to work on staying there.
Yeah, it's been a really, really good start. Impressed with them, impressed with offense, defense, special teams, complete unit so far. But, Jesse, 7 games in, we ain't crowning a national champion.
No doubt about it. And listen, they've looked good for most of the first half of the year. Obviously, that's why they've got that number beside their name now. But when you're the #1 team, all that means is the games get bigger and bigger as you go. So still lots of meat on the bone for this team.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. He's stopped, and he's got enough to move the chain.
Nice job by this offense converting the 3rd down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
Left side is Green. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the 2nd quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
Takes a hit as he fires. And it's incomplete as he threw the helium ball, trying to float it in.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Just a little off. Incomplete.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been spot on.
Looking for a man. It's Levitt. Unloads to the right. It's caught. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
Gets rid of it.
Yeah, this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB, finally getting some pressure, finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
Right down the middle. And he fired a bullet in, but it's incomplete.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Out wide left, it's Green. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So they'll decline the pass interference penalty, and the results of the play will stand. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Hits inside. It's Durham. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown. Tigers.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Almost picked off.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Rush right in his face. And wings it incomplete.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
On the return. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. With an update on that, let's check in with Holly.
Hey, guys, here on the away team sideline, guys, they have a big lead right now, and they were expected to be here. One of the top teams in the country. They have performed that way here today. Even though some of the players are starting to celebrate just a little bit, coaches keep saying we have more work to do. If they really want to continue to be one of the best teams in the country, they have to keep their foot on the gas to end this game. Reese?
Okay, Holly. Lewis. Grabbed in the middle. It's Harris. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
Timeout, LSU.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking for space. It's Berry. He's past the marker. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Splits the uprights. Good. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half. But before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Guys, welcome into the epicenter of the college football world, our Orlando EA Sports Studios, and a great Week 8. Our first stop is with Kansas State taking on the number 8 team, the Utah Utes. And it's the Wildcats, keeping things within arm's reach here in this ranked-on-ranked battle. I think the plan here is just to get to halftime, then figure out a way to pull this out in the second half. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. And now to your game at Jordan-Hare Stadium. This running back is enjoying one very productive day. He's the bell cow for this team. They are not afraid to give him the ball, and he's a big reason why they're 2 quarters from a win. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Holly, what did you find out coming from the locker room?
Hey, guys, Coach Lane Kiffin told me at the half they are really thrilled with how their defense is playing so far. They knew coming in that they had a really tough opponent in the wide receiver on the other team. somebody who could change a game with one route. But their defense has been stout and solid. We'll see if they can continue to do that here as that wide receiver gets the ball here to start the second half. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to pass, and he'll have to push it downfield. Gets open down the middle. Taken down.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
As we check in with Holly.
Here on the Tigers sideline, guys, they have a big lead right now, and they were expected to be here. One of the top teams in the country. They have performed that way here today. Even though some of the players are starting to celebrate just a little bit, coaches keep saying, we have more work to do. If they really want to continue to be one of the best teams in the country, they have to keep their foot on the gas to end this game. Guys?
All right, Holly. 2nd and long here. Here's Lewis to throw. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Found a little bit of room there to get it up to the 30 before going out of bounds.
You honestly can't really do it better than that. You can't. I mean, that was designed to be a pass play. Give the defense credit. They get some pressure, but this guy's just too good. He just instinctively knows when he needs to scramble and get out of dodge. And at that point, he's making good decisions. If a guy's open, he's throwing it. But if it's not, he's not even hesitating. I'm going to go get what I can get a first down with my speed and athleticism. Let's keep this drive rolling.
He'll be run out of bounds, but we've got laundry on the field. Let's see what that's about.
Offense will take that. Free 5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
Defense a little too eager on that last one, and now it's 1st and 5. From the gun, it's Berry. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Play action with Lewis. Throws to the wideout. Right side, it's Harris. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. On the ground, it's Hall. There he goes. The 30. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
And how about the backup, man? His first touch, he makes a big play in the running game. That is exactly how you earn more carries. He's not a guy that's leaned on to get those starter reps, to get the #1 reps. But when you do that, I promise you'll start to earn more reps with this offense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. The Tigers come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Throwing, Lewis. Got his man. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. So now with 1st and goal, let's see what LSU does here. Lewis to throw. Rushes on. Touchdown, Tigers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, they've been calling his number, running the ball a lot on this drive, Dave. That's an outstanding run right there. But whether it's designed or whether it's off script, scrambling around, this defense can't find a way to corral this guy. And if I was on offense, I'd keep letting him do this.
Yeah, and the annoying thing is, man, the quarterback gets the ball every single play. They snap it to him. He can throw it. He can scramble. He can run. So really just opens up the whole field is at his mercy. And this defense right now, not finding a lot of answers. They've got to do something to stop this quarterback.
finds the option, he keeps it. Pushes ahead for 1, it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Hauls it in. Oh, he's got some space. The 50. That's his first catch of the season. They believe he is a freshman who can contribute a lot early. The Tigers, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Gives it to the back on the draw. Nice move to pick up yardage. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Rid of it on the RPO. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Sells to fake. Oh, pressure's coming. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down.
And you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. Well, they got 3 back, but that's about all you can say about it.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Lewis. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. It's dropped after taking the hit.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the 1st down.
Well, I guarantee you one thing, and at halftime with the big lead, there were no conversations about, hey, let's run the ball, let's slow it down, let's bleed the clock, keep our defense fresh. They are staying aggressive. They're trying to add to this lead, and with this quarterback, I do not blame you. Keep chucking the pill.
Under pressure, pulls it in. At the 45, on his way. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Look out! And they got it.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down yourselves and one play turns to 2. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. They need a huge play on 3rd and long. From the gun on 3rd down, Lewis. Out wide right, it's Hall. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
And there is no greater friend to a quarterback and to a coach late in the football game when you have the lead and you can pound the rock. Offensive linemen can pave holes, like running back now runs through them, successful, move the ball, and most importantly, that clock can tick. But the physical ground game late in the game, that's how you finish opponents off.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Cuts it upfield. It's Hall. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. They'll run it to the right side. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. It's good. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Motion from the wideout. Back to throw, it's Franklin. He's got it. It's a fumble. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one.
That is a nice break for the offense. Man, those are plays that you don't think about down the road, but those are turnovers. If they just bounce a little bit in the direction of the defense, you're so jacked up. You create momentum, juice. It could change the game. That's a great break for the offense.
Caught on the RPO. Breaks into the open. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Defense in press coverage. Makes the grab. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Straight ahead, it's Davenport. Here's a little room there.
You can see this defense. They are back on their heels right now. This offense very much in a groove, in a rhythm. They've got to find something to disrupt this. Right now, they're doing what they want, when they want, how they want. This defense got to answer the bell.
Wants to throw one first. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
Well, a lot of things haven't gone right for him. He saw an incompletion right there. It's been offense, it's been defense. They just haven't been able to click and get into a rhythm here. And now they're playing catch-up, and you know they're going to be throwing at each and every play here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's in the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
In this offense, they just got to find a way to make some plays here. They've dug themselves a huge hole. Haven't played well, especially in the important areas. They've kicked too many field goals, not scored a touchdown. They've got to find a way to create an explosive play.
Absolutely center cut. And the field goal was good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit.
And I know a lot of people are scratching their heads why they try to kick that field goal. You're in the fourth quarter. You're down a boatload of points. A field goal isn't going to do it. If you want to win this game, you need touchdowns. I would anticipate for every possession they get from here on out, man, you've got to be way more aggressive.
Here's Lewis to throw. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. And the Tigers in a good spot here with second and short. Here comes the heat. He's going to take off. He slides down, and he's got enough to convert the second and short. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Turns up, it's Berry. He'll be knocked out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. Good pickup there. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's second and 6. Lewis wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36. LSU moving quickly, going to work again on first down. Throwing, Lewis. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Gonna take a shot. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down. They'll need a bunch on second down. To the air again, Lewis. Dumps it to the back. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. It's picked off, and another empty drive. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. Got it in the middle, it's Hall. He'll be stopped, but not before he carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. With the run on 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. He's going for the goal line. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. RPO complete. Nice move to keep running. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
With a 1st down, they'll snap it from the 32. Looking for a man. It's Franklin. Just a short pass to the tight end. Good pickup, but a little bit short of the sticks. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious to be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media. It's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games starred. This was one of them, Jesse. They took